Welcome to Cologne 2011. We are here in the Pure Village in the interior trends and design area, where we can see the trends that are featured in the interior design trend book. And next to me stands PatriciaUrquiola, a world-class designer from Milan. She has curated the trend emotional austerity. Please tell us some words about emotional austerity.
We try to do quite sample 3D of what was all the images of pieces that we thought could be interesting in this trend. The trend, I think, is just one of the mental ways of thinking we have to do every day, which is rethinking our tradition every day and rethinking in a fresh way and doing a reinterpretation of what is for us our tradition. And I like both words together because austerity alone, I don't know if it's so interesting as a trend, but I think emotional austerity is interesting. Then for me, for example, is the idea of rethinking carpets in the sense of so what for me is a carpet at the end is a wool, and then it's a wool like something that I dress, and then dress the house with this kind of mood, which is, there is a lot of tradition of what is for me tradition, then and how to use the handmade in India. Then there are a lot of little inquiries of what was a few points of view of tradition. Or for example, this piece, the Stefan Dietz, that I like a lot, this armchair in wood, the way with always trying not to work in really new research in the technological way, but in an interesting way, just reusing and using in the best way the element, which is the wood, and trying to keep energy and work step by step. I like a lot the project. We did the room in concrete, or something that looks as concrete, but the floor is a new research done by our studio with Mutina, which is an Italian company of tiles, and we were trying to think what is for us the best pavimento is concrete, and then we wanted to work on tiles in a way that was really nearby comunque real concrete, then eliminating all the brightness which is on tiles, working with very big dimensions and in a new way with a new technology, but what you get at the end is just the flavor of concrete, which is for me a tradition as an architect. Then I think the mood of this exhibition is only that. There is a part of our research, if you go to the young research, the new proposals, part of them they could be living here easily. Then means that I think there is a part of our research that goes in this kind of slow thinking about and rethinking many of our traditions. There are new products, as you see here, the bank bench from Yona Takagi, that I think is a very sample machine bench is the name, and exactly that, but I like a lot the idea of this leg that give you the sense of how you put it on. Then little signs, or the little lamp from Vertigo, or those 3 tables of from Stefan Bate, capito? Or the work we have done with Moroso, the Clara chair, which is, I was speaking with Patrizia Moroso, we're going to do our classical, the auntie chair, should be in wood and leather or some fabric. And exactly that came from our conversation. Or the work we have done with the tiles, which is a research between tradition and new technologies. Then using is a trend that tries to use technology, but working a lot of refreshing what is our culture and science of our culture. It's interesting. I think the lamp from Burolek is very I like it a lot. Another lamp from Burolek from this year, that was from Establish & Son, and it was in marble and a Murano glass, but we couldn't have it. It was a prototype and we couldn't have it today. And I was suffering because it was a piece that I think represented very well this trend. And this is a container from Molteni, or I like this work from Paul Lebach. I don't know very well how to pronounce the idea of those bamboo stairs that we find in many hotels and many places, redone with our tradition. That I think is fun, has this contemporary thought, interesting. Or this is so interesting from Todd Bratcher, chair from Capellini. I think fantastic stool. I think. Or this bench that I think there is a lot of research from this kind of typologies of our memory. I was working with cartel this year. I didn't have my prototype because was only one, was not possible to come. But I think this work was for me. It was very interesting, and I saw a restaurant done by her and in Stockholm, and it was, I think, interesting research about our roots, and I think we have to work on this way. The thing we were saying about the carpet, for me, very important. The carpets in this kind of trend, because we can transmit a lot of things about how we approach the wool in a carpet, because it's not only what you draw on how you do the carpet. It's very interesting what is the message that you give, the feeling you give with the wool in the carpet. I hope it's gonna work well. That project was very happy. Or this little from Vincent van Duysen from Pastoe, very simple container. Contemporary, but has a lot of the old little book cases, very, very interesting and quite simple. Clara another time, and bueno, we have more or less a few things of the things we were interested for this kind of trend. Obviously, I don't think they are the new classics. The new classics can come from products very, very experimental and with another, that they can be in another trend. But it's a rethinking of our tradition, and I think it's part of the research we are doing. Why not? Thank you.